Next up, I've got a man, and I was going to introduce him with a quip, but I had a visual, so I'm going to impart it to you. Hands up if you've seen Deliverance. Yeah. Right? All the men are scared to raise their hands at this point. Okay, Nick's very confidently raising his hand at this point. You know that scene in Deliverance when the little boy's sitting on the porch, he's going... Well, that was my visual when I thought of Jason. And if you haven't seen Deliverance, you have to see it just for the intro for Jason. So a big hand for a man who's so surreal, he's real. Jason, up you come.
Hey.
Thank you. Squeal, Peggy! Thank you. Okay, I went to see Big Fish this afternoon, and I cried and cried and cried because it was £4.80 to get it. But this inspired this poem of an American town, and it's a serious poem called Long Gone Town. He was the last man left in that town, and when he left they pulled it down, and the warm wind blew and the children were gone, and the old blue Amish barn creaked and the children were long time gone. Bread basket bus dust bowl that Bible Belt town, and when the last man left they pulled it down. Sun blasted lumber, the fox and the crow number no more. Gone the old chapel, the station, the store, gone the saloon with the moon on the door. And when the last man left in the mid-morning heat, in resignation and defeat, the warm wind blew, and the children were long time gone. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. This next one is called She Sounds Like Spring, and it's about a girl's voice actually, and she had a very sing-song voice, someone that works with me, and here it is, She Sounds Like Spring. She sounds like spring, that's the thing. She speaks in sing-song tones, stones in a stream, laughter in a dream. She sounds like a warm May breeze, caressing the blossoming apple trees. Apple blossom pink against the blueness of the sky, which winter's chill appears to kill, and yet it will not die. She sounds like spring, her voice can ring, that's the thing. She sounds like spring. Okay, and my third poem, I'm doing 5. This is a short one called Me and John Lennon. And it's basically based on all these people in Liverpool. I love John Lennon, by the way, as does Jonathan over there. And it's based on all these people that claim he knew him. And I knew him in a way, because I've listened to every record and everything he's ever said. This is called Me and John Lennon. Me and John Lennon were very good friends, from right near the beginning to right near the end. I met him on the same day as he met Paul. I was taking the money at Walton Village Hall. Then over in Hamburg, out on the Pull, life with John was never ever dull. Then down in London at the height of their fame, he'd phone me again and again and again. He'd say, Jason, what word rhymes with walrus? I said, I don't know, John, buy a thesaurus. Then a few years later, during Let It Be, the good times were over, any fool could see. Yoko told me of how she loved John. I said, go with it, mate, it's time to move on. In New York, when I'd visit, we'd sit and bake bread. I never imagined one day he'd be dead. Then December 1980, you know how this ends. But me and John Lennon were very good friends. Oh, thank you. Okay, and my penultimate poem is called Saturday Girl. It's based on a girl I saw on the bus, and I kind of constructed a life around her, really. And it's called Saturday Girl. Her legs were like succulent sausages, juicy and ready to burst. She lived in a house by the cottages. She liked Eminem and Fred Durst, and it's them she'll turn to first. Saturday sees her shopping, with shocking the money she spends on a top that'll take some topping, never stopping till Saturday ends in the club with all of her friends. And home on the bus to her mum and her dad. Her top smells of lager and smoke. If she goes enough times and meets enough lads, she'll meet one who isn't a joke, or as flat as yesterday's Coke. And so it goes on and so it goes by. The weekend wakes up as the week. The Saturday girl continues to try to better her life as a speak. But who am I to judge her? A sausage stomach freak. Sorry. And as I mentioned, sausage stomach freak, I catch a glimpse of Kevin preparing the food for tomorrow. This is my last one, and I love these nights, I must just say that. I love performing and I love MCing, and this is called Sauce. This is a slightly embarrassing one. I think Jonathan was slightly embarrassed. Their dad's here. His dad was here. My dad's here. I'm not embarrassed. I carry on with it. This is about masturbation. And it's about does anybody masturbate using fruit? No, it never gets much of a response, to be honest. I did when I was a kid with a melon, and I went to a therapy group, and she said, get into pairs. Most of us were already. And this is about, I was trying to remember the sort of visuals of people I thought about when I did that deed, and it's called Sauce. It's been a long time coming, this, by the way. Okay, it's called Sauce. My sister had a magazine called Honey. The first girl was a model from in there. In a white bikini, it was sunny. Funny face, blue eyes and yellow hair. I remember well that Ursula Andress bikini, and other girls upon my memory etched. The woman from Bewitched, and I dream of Jeannie, and that Romanian gymnast Nadia Comaneci. Down the years there's been so very many thoughts that got me to that mental heaven. The picture this cover, featuring Debbie Harry and my mum's catalogue, pages 452 to 7. Wait a minute, that's not the end. Briefly, thoughts of Superman and Tarzan came and went into this mental space. It seemed quite natural to want to be with Batman. I was 12 to shelve this feeling of disgrace. Tony Arthur from Playaway and ABBA. Not the blokes, the blonde girl and her friend. Or Farrah Fawcett, how I love to grab her. Or Natasha Kinski as my best friend. These were the sources of my childhood joy. It's everything that I could hope to get. This was, of course, when I was still a boy. Before, oh joy, the power of the internet. Thank you very much. Thank you.
All I can say is, I feel so dirty.